Hey, Fusion 360 users! In the previous video, we used a SendItCNC milling machine in the cloud to do the first operation for our CNC'd aluminum box project. Today, we're going to flip that part over and do the second operation to finish the bottom and complete the project. Welcome to SendItCNC tutorial number 2, completing the EasyBox. This is for everybody in the Fusion 360 community that wants to make things on a CNC machine but doesn't have their own CNC machine shop. You can do all this using real industrial CNC machines available in the cloud at SendItCNC.com. Remember our simple box design? It's designed to be easy to CNC. The little box is designed to be made out of a piece of aluminum, 1 inch by 2 inches by 3 inches long. Remember from the design parameters that we've left an allowance on all 6 sides so that we can cut a nice finish. This is what we accomplished in the previous video, a quick introduction to SendItCNC. The top and sides are cut and finished. To complete this project, we have to do a second operation where we turn it upside down to finish and chamfer the bottom. We've opened the design that we saved in the previous video as EasyBox First Op. It's also provided in the With CAM folder in the box example. In the design workspace on the Utilities menu, click on the SendItCNC add-in for Fusion 360 and the SendItCNC Manage Setup command dialog will appear. Now, in the Fixture/Op field, pick Fixture for second operation. Now we're looking at the setup for the second operation where we can machine the bottom of the box. Then click the Operation is Used checkbox. Something to note is that for the second operation, we won't be holding the sides of the stock, but the actual finished sides of the EasyBox. That's because we've machined the stock into the shape of the part on top, so when we turn it upside down, what we have to hold on to are the finished surfaces of the part. Notice that the vice jaws were automatically closed. It's usually preferred to hold things as deep as possible in a vise, so we'll put this on the second jaw step. Open the Customized Fixture group and select Middle Step from the Jaw Step dropdown. And hit OK. We're done creating our setup. How easy was that? OK, over to the Manufacture workspace and activate the second setup. Look at the second setup and see the first thing is a probing operation. Probing is used by the machine to precisely sense the location of the workpiece. In this case, the surfaces of the vice jaws determine the location of the workpiece in the y-axis and the z-axis. But what about the location of the workpiece in the x-axis? Our setup is modeled with the workpiece centered in the vice jaw. The operator or robot that puts the workpiece in the vise will be close to that, often within a few hundredths of an inch. But we need to be really accurate so that when we machine the bottom chamfer, it lines up nicely with the finished sides that were cut in the first operation. So we're going to probe the ends of the stock. Then the machine will know where the workpiece is in the x-axis. Our stock is a piece of 1 by 2 inch bar cut to a length of 3 inches. SendItCNC will ensure that there are suitable reference surfaces for the probing we need to do to align the top and bottom. Next, we delete the adaptive clearing operation. We don't need to do that in this case. The next operation is simple. We just face off the top of the stock to the right height. We'll just use the facing operation provided. It uses Tool 21, which is a 2.5 inch wide face mill, and the default parameters will work just fine. It makes several roughing cuts, followed by a finish pass. All it remains to do is the chamfer around the bottom, and that's pretty easy. I can ask for a 2D chamfer operation, and make sure we have the chamfer tool, and I'm going to select the chamfer contour. Let's simulate. The simulation looks good, and importantly, there are no collisions indicated. And now, if we like, we can simulate both the first operation and second operation together to see the overall result. Let's take the model and vices out of visibility for a clear view of the simulation result. I'm just going to fast forward to the end, and you see the result that we can expect from an actual CNC machine. Notice the small red bars in the bottom right area of the screen, which tell us that the simulation has detected potential collisions. We know that Setup 1 and Setup 2 Both simulate collision-free, so we don't worry about the collisions shown here when we simulate both setups together. Those false collisions don't really happen. Fusion just reports them because it does not yet take into account the different fixtures of the setups when simulating multiple setups together. Now we're happy with this, we're going to save it as EasyBox first and second ops. We're going to submit our job, and that's going to be very similar to what we did for the first operation in the previous video. Click on the SendItCNC icon. The submit command will export the design as a .f3d file to your downloads folder and take you to the website to get the part cut on a cloud CNC machine. Stock is the same as before, and so are the machine and setup. Upload the file that was saved from Fusion containing our model. And now notice the second operation. This time, stock is workpiece from previous step. The machine and setup are the same as in the previous operation. We see that machining time is available, and we see the instant cost estimate. Let's proceed through the checkout process. We can watch the status of the job as it goes through the validation process at SendItCNC. As you can see, everything's good. Nothing wrong with what we submitted, so it proceeded flawlessly. No diagnostics, and it got executed and will be shipped immediately. Now we've completed the EasyBox project in 2 operations, top and bottom, with the second operation features accurately aligned with the first operation. Watch for our upcoming live stream where we go through the EasyBox project in real time and answer your questions live. SendItCNC is the democratization of manufacturing. Check out our other videos.